The moment they ask, what's your price, is not when the sale is lost or won. I'm going to show you how to close high-ticket clients with complete confidence and zero sleaze using my confident closer framework that positions you as the guide and not as the guru. I'm Kara Flowers, a business mentor who's helped women worldwide remove invisible barriers holding them back and build six-figure businesses. And as a Christian wife and a mom, I bring that perspective to everything that I teach. We've all been on the receiving end of manipulative sales tactics. The artificial scarcity, only 2 spots left, or the uncomfortable pressure, this offer expires when we hang up, the relentless objection handling that feels like psychological warfare. It's no wonder why so many heart-centered coaches and service professionals feel sick about selling their high-ticket offers. And if you're watching this thinking, I could never be that pushy person, I'm right there with you. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. The discomfort doesn't come from selling itself, it comes from selling in a way that's misaligned with your values. Since 2020, I've taken hundreds of sales calls for offers ranging from $10K coaching programs to $75,000 brand deals. And the approach I'm sharing today isn't something I learned from some guru's course. It's what I've personally tested and refined through real conversation with real people, just like your ideal clients. First, the belief shift. Before we talk about what you say on calls, we need to address something more fundamental: your belief system. Most women who come into my world want to be coaches or consultants because they have a genuine passion to help people. And if that's your foundation too, then anything that feels sleazy probably is. And you're right to trust that instinct. I used to believe that being nice meant that I couldn't be effective at sales, and you might be wondering that too. But what I discovered was liberating. Your kindness and integrity are actually your greatest sales asset, not liabilities. The first key to high-ticket sales without feeling ick is understanding: 1, your offer's genuine value. 2, your ability to truly help people transform. 3, your role as a guide and not the hero. You're not there to make money from people. You're there to be the assistant buyer, helping them determine if your solution is right for their specific situation. And yes, this works even if you're not naturally extroverted or salesy. Second major key is the research behind relationship selling. If you're skeptical that this gentle approach could actually work better than the aggressive tactics you see online, you are not alone. I was too. Neil Rackman, creator of the spin selling method, studied more than 35,000 sales calls made by 10,000 salespeople across 23 countries. His research disproved many common beliefs about what drives sales, particularly for high-value offerings. One of his most surprising findings: when selling high-ticket items, being pushy or constantly trying to close actually reduced sales success. As Rackham put it, closing techniques may increase the chances of making a sale with low-priced products. With larger sales comprised of expensive products or services, the chances of making a sale is reduced. This isn't just feel-good advice. It's research-backed. And if you've been hesitant to sell because you don't want to be that person, this approach will feel like coming home. Research has also found that emotions are responsible for 85% of our buying decisions. And this is why consultative selling focuses on creating emotional engagement to increase buyer motivation. Major key 3, the 2-call framework. Now, if you're thinking, but Kara, I see people doing 1-call closes all the time. You're absolutely right. And that can work for certain types of offers, but for high-ticket offers that come from cold or warm leads, I recommend a 2-call approach. It might seem like it takes longer, but paradoxically, it actually shortens your overall sales cycle and it increases your close rate. Let's talk about the first call. Call number 1 is the audition. I call this first conversation an audition call because it allows both parties to determine if it's a good fit before money even enters into the conversation. On this call, you get crystal clear on where they are now. You understand where they want to go, listen for challenges they're facing, and determine if you genuinely believe you can help them. Save any discussion of pricing or offers for call number 2, even if they ask. You might worry that this gives people a chance to ghost you between calls. I had that fear too, but what actually happens is the opposite. Qualified prospects become more committed, while those who aren't ready naturally filter themselves out, saving you time and energy. And call number 2 is the consultation call. And on this call, curiosity becomes your greatest asset, even if you consider yourself more of a natural teller than an asker. You never have to sell anyone anything. All you have to do is be the guide who helps them clearly understand where they are, where they want to go, what challenges stand in their way, what they need to overcome those challenges, And if you've done your job on the audition and consultation well, they will identify all of this by themselves. And if you're thinking, but what if I freeze up or get nervous? The structure itself creates confidence. You are simply having a conversation. You're not performing. When both of you agree that the plan will work, there's no need for the high pressure close that makes your stomach churn. You simply present options and help them choose the right one based upon their unique goals, wants, and needs. Major key 4 is the confident closer approach. The SAS method from my confident closer framework creates this experience. S is you see their situation more clearly than they can see it themselves. A is you articulate their challenges and desires better than they could. And the other A assesses the gap between where they are now and where they want to be. The S solves with your unique approach. The SAS method is really sales as a service. I know what you might be thinking. This sounds great for people who are naturally good at sales, Kara, but I'm not. The beautiful thing is that this framework works especially well for those who don't consider themselves natural salespeople. The spin selling method shows that by asking a sequence of purposeful and open-ended questions, you can better understand your customer's current situation and identify their needs, allowing you to provide a tailored solution. Let's be clear, you're not asking these questions so you can use it to manipulate them later on. We don't do that. Even if you're an introvert who dreads selling, this approach leverages your natural listening skills and empathy, qualities that actually give you an advantage over the stereotypical extroverted closer. My clients have implemented this approach, have seen their close rates increase by 20 to 40% on average, not despite being gentle, but because of it. The moment that you stop trying to convince people and start genuinely exploring if there's a good match, everything changes. People feel your authentic desire to help them rather than to sell, and they respond with trust. Major key 5, the relationship beyond the sale. One last insight that might surprise you, the way you sell actually shapes the client relationship that follows. When you use pressure tactics, you train clients to expect manipulation. When you sell through service and curiosity, you establish a foundation for trust that carries forward into your work together. This is why clients who come through the sales process are not only more likely to say yes, they're more likely to fully engage, get better results, and refer you to other people. So if you've been dreading sales calls or feeling guilty about them, know that there is another way, a way that honors both you and your prospective clients, a way that actually works better for high-ticket services. And hey, before you go, hear me when I say this. Your dreams aren't just valid, they're vital. Breathe that in for a moment. You feel that? That is the strength of a woman who's capable of doing amazing things. I see you. I believe in you. You are made for this, friend.